One of the big issues that roofing contractors have to deal with, and that multi-family owners and property managers definitely need to be aware of, is tenant safety. Obviously, the last thing anybody wants is an injury or something even worse on a job site. There's three things at Rhoden Roofing that we really pride ourselves on doing on these projects to eliminate the chance of any accidents happening. The first is just our setup. You know, we have safety cones everywhere. We have caution tape. It's very obvious signs, construction is going on, you know, making sure vehicles aren't parking in the areas that we're working on that day by pre-planning with the office manager. So just that setup and pre-planning, letting people know what's going on is key. The second is the equipment that we use. So if you have a 2 or 3 story apartment complex and you're throwing, you know, your roofing debris off the roof onto the ground 30 feet, one, that's probably going to damage landscaping, but that could also hurt somebody walking by. You know, people walk through barriers all the time. You know, you think it's obvious that you shouldn't walk through there. People are like, it'll be okay. But people walk through. And so if you're throwing your trash from the top of the roof directly onto the ground and somebody sneaks by your barrier, that could be a problem. So with the equipment we use is we have telehandlers on site, which is just basically like a great big forklift. And we can put an attachment on there called the trash box. And we put that trash box all the way up to the roof on the boom. And so what it'll do is, instead of throwing the shingles onto the ground, our guys throw the shingles into the trash box. Once it gets full, back the telehandler up and dump it directly into our dumpster. Or we use another piece of equipment called an equipter. An equipter is kind of like a little buggy that we can drive on the grass, and it has a big box that we can throw our trash into. Our goal is to never throw the trash from the roof to the ground, because people can get hurt. It can happen. And the third thing we have is we actually have an on-site production manager. He's watching the crews. He's there for safety reasons. He's on the ground, looking around. If something does fall off, a shingle with 6 nails shooting out of it, standing up, he's gonna grab it right away. So with those three things, we feel like it's very low likelihood that, you know, a tenant's gonna get hurt. And that's really important for us and for the apartment owner, the multifamily owner, is tenant safety.